Everyone loved my grandpa. He was the kind of man people waved to from their driveways, even if they barely knew him. He'd fix your fence for free, bring soup when you were sick, and tell corny jokes that somehow never got old. He volunteered at church every weekend and sent Christmas cards to neighbors who'd moved away years ago. To me, he was safety. He taught me to fish, to ride a bike, to always leave a place cleaner than you found it. When I was 8, I cut my knee climbing a fence, and he carried me all the way home even though he had bad hips. I used to think no one in the world had a softer heart. After he died, Mom asked me to help clean out his house. She couldn't bring herself to do it. Said every corner of that place still smelled like him. So I went alone one afternoon. I started in his study where he used to spend hours tinkering with model trains. The drawers were full of receipts, tools, and neatly folded newspaper clippings. When I got to the bottom drawer, I found a false panel, thin wood, barely noticeable. Behind it was a notebook. The cover was plain, brown leather, worn soft at the edges. His initials were on the corner in faded gold. I remember smiling, thinking it might be some old journal of his from when he was young. The first few pages were harmless, his handwriting neat, deliberate, each line dated. Notes about the weather, his garden, local gossip. Then I turned to an entry from 1979. She didn't fight this time, quieter than the last. I stared at it for a full minute, my brain refusing to make sense of the words. I thought it had to be a story idea. He used to write short fiction sometimes. But the next page, police came by again. Asked about the woman from the diner. Told them I'd never met her. I don't think they believed me. My hands went cold. The following pages were filled with similar entries, cryptic but unmistakable. He mentioned names, descriptions, places I recognized, an old bridge, a field outside town, dates that lined up with local disappearances. I vaguely remembered Mom talking about once, saying how people used to go missing back then. At some point I realized I was shaking. I kept hoping I'd find a line that made it all fiction again, something that said Chapter 1, or for the book, but it never came. He wrote until the year I was born. Then the entries stopped. I went through the rest of his drawers after that, like I could somehow prove it wrong. I found photographs of his garden, of us, of him smiling at birthdays. Nothing else. Nothing to explain how the same man who tucked me in at night could have done the things described in that book. I took the journal to the police a week later. They didn't laugh. They took it seriously. A detective called me afterward to ask about the old shed on his property. They're still digging there. I haven't been back since, but sometimes I still catch myself defending him out loud, like I'm arguing with a version of myself that still believes in him. The worst part isn't what he did, it's that I still miss him.